Thank you very much. This is almost as if there's an invisible line down the front here. Can everybody at the back hear me, the ones that are near the alcohol? I just I suggested that I might want to explain what my role is in the Scottish Government. My title is Cabinet Secretary for Culture and External Affairs, but to me it's about promoting Scotland in terms of culture, who we are and our identity. External Affairs is where we are. So it's who we are, where we are, and where we want to be. And I think that's very much reflects what we want to do in terms of a creativity as a nation, but to reach out and share that, that success. So I'm delighted to be here this evening for the relaunch of Creative Edinburgh. It's great to see so many people here today with expertise in culture, creativity, and business. And it's been wonderful to have the opportunity to meet some of you earlier on. Sustainable economic growth, the importance of providing opportunities for everyone to flourish sits at the heart of the Scottish Government's purpose. And we've recognised in our economic strategy that creativity has a key role to play. And that's why it's one of the 7 sectors, the key priority sectors in the Scottish Government. And it's one that I'm very proud to champion. Creative industries are a key sector for us in terms of industries which are given the right support, have considerable potential for development. And we've got to build on the strength of the sector. The sector has a turnover of £5 billion, supports over 60,000 jobs, and it's a sector which for the past decade has seen year-on-year growth. And at a time when we've got difficulties economically, if you look at the strengths and the figures on creative industries, they're also outpacing those of the rest of the general economy. And the Scottish Government also believes that the creative industries are particularly important for our cities, and the benefits of which can impact on the rest of the country. So it's very much part and parcel of the city's strategy that we're developing. And among our cities, Edinburgh has a particular renown for its contribution for culture and creativity. It's been named as the UK's leading creative location outside of London, according to the recent study by Nesta, and it's easy to see why.
Hi everyone, I'm Deirdre Brock, Councillor Deirdre Brock. I'm convener for the Culture and Leisure Committee in the City of Edinburgh Council. And as such, I of course also recognise very much the unique contribution that the creative industries make to the city and its economy. That of course is why the Council is supporting Creative Edinburgh here tonight too. Shortly you will hear from others in the Creative Edinburgh team, but before that I'd like to just briefly set the context of the Council's wider strategy for creative industries and our partnership agreement with Creative Scotland. The Council's strategy aims, first of all, to support the people who work in the sector. People are, of course, what drives a successful business, and Creative Edinburgh will provide all sorts of platforms for people to network and to do business with each other. Secondly, we aim to support Edinburgh as a creative place, making sure the city is promoted for its creativity, but also that there's sufficient creative workspace available for new and growing businesses and for investors. And finally, we aim to support the creative business base to grow in national and international markets, maximising the economic impact of every public pound invested in arts, creativity and culture in this great city. We're taking the strategy forward in partnership with Creative Scotland, of course, combining our resources, and together we plan to invest over £400,000 between now and 2014.
We must make that noise. As the Japanese say, none of us is as strong as all of us. I read recently also that Richard Florida ranked Edinburgh as the 8th most creative city in the UK, snuggled up in the lee of Coventry and Leicester. Coventry and Leicester? That's just ridiculous. But what it says is that the creative noise coming out of this city is perilously disproportionate to its creative output. Edinburgh is not just creative in August. The city is not just a showcase for creative international visitors, the world on tour if you like. We are productive, we have a huge diversity of creative industries that can work together symbiotically year-round to learn from each other, share best practice and create that much needed noise. I mentioned earlier Janine and Lindsay, 2 creative whirlwinds for the price of 1. I was on the selection panel that recruited this dynamic duo to lead the charge. We like them not just for their passion and energy, but for the fact that their other life is in creative practitionership. But most of all, we like their ideas. You will too. They'll show you tonight the first signs of networking, learning, training, debating agenda that will never pander to the creative communities with the loudest voices, the biggest memberships. Rather, we're looking to put on events that will be of practical, emotional and intellectual value, no matter whether you're a film designer, graphic designer, a programme designer, a stage designer or a fashion designer. Creative Scotland states in its corporate plan that it's investing in Scotland's creative future. We aim to support that drive here in Edinburgh, not by funding, we don't do funding, but we know people who do, but by helping you collectively to create what Ken Livingstone described for London as a burning platform, visible for miles around. Letting everyone know that when it comes to the commercial application of creativity, Edinburgh rocks. Janine and Lindsay.
We know ourselves how it feels to need something or to look for something and not know where to go to find it. Creative Edinburgh is about guiding you to what you need. Times are tough, we know that ourselves, so why would you join us? Do you want to grow your business? Do you want to meet other creative people? Would you like to meet new clients? Or are you looking for funding or workspace? Well, if Creative Edinburgh can't create an activity around what you need, then we'll guide you to the organisation who can. Our members are always at the heart of every decision that we make.
We have a variety of memberships for every business stage. Whether you're a student looking to forge relationships with your sector of study, a new business looking to be inspired by like-minded professionals, a business not akin to the creative sector who would like to investigate the opportunities of collaboration, or a global firm interested in injecting some new talent into your team, we can help you learn more about what membership suits you.